So first of all, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed the movie. For me, it's a masterpiece. And Lee, the first question is for you. In the mythology of Disney Pixar, of Pixar mythology, in the mythology, in Toy Story 3, John Lasseter called you and said to you, take the direction of my toy and do it. In this mythology, is Lee Unkrich who called John Lasseter to say, I have an idea about Mexico, I don't know, tell me.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it went. I mean, there weren't calls in both cases. We were actually
We walked
talking
to the office
in person. But yeah, it was 6 years ago. I first pitched John the idea of telling a story set against Dia de Muertos in Mexico, and the story that I pitched him back then was very different than what we ended up with in Coco, but it didn't matter. What John fell in love with was the idea of telling a story set against this beautiful culture of Mexico and this beautiful celebration. And he was all in from the very beginning. He was very enthusiastic about it and gave us the okay right away to pursue this idea. And within a couple of weeks, we got on an airplane and headed down to Mexico and started our research. It was the first of many trips that we took down to Mexico in the course of making the movie.
Wow. And when you say that it was different from this wonderful movie that we saw, I don't want to know all the details, but in which way it was different from the final wonderful result?
It was a different story. It still was set against Dia de Muertos. It had a little boy as the main character, but what happened in that case is we developed a story that was about letting go of a loved one, about saying goodbye. And we realized at a certain point that was completely the opposite of what Dia de Muertos is all about. Dia de Muertos is about never saying goodbye. It's about this obligation to actively remember your loved ones and to pass along their stories to the next generation. And when we realized we were kind of backwards, we started over and came up with a new story, which is what became Coco, which is about a little boy wanting to play music and living in a family that doesn't support him, and then the adventure that he goes on.
Wow. And what about this idea of your shirt? Because your shirt is the movie for me. It's we talked a little bit this morning about this contradiction, this wonderful difference between the idea of death and the idea of life from Coco. Even with the color, your shirt is all about it. So is this something that was inside the Días de los Muertos in Mexico? You felt about it? Tell me something about how to change death in life and black in color, you know.
Well, yes, it is exactly that. Dia de Muertos in Mexico is very much about a celebration of life, celebration and connection. And like Lee said earlier, not about letting go, but staying together. And so when we went down to Mexico and spent time with all of the families, we were with them on Dia de Muertos when they were serving the food to us and serving the food, putting the food out on the altars of their ancestors to invite them back and celebrate their lives. And there's music and there's color and there's food and there's a great spirit, a great family spirit.
Yeah, I mean, all this you see, all these colors, this is not, we didn't make this up. This is all inspired by the beauty of Mexico.
Thank you very much. Just a curiosity, just a final curiosity, Darla, about you. You seem to me the gentler creature in the world. Why, Darla, in Finding Nemo? About Pixar mythology, why we read that Darla is inspired by you?
Well,
tell me the truth.
The truth is that Andrew Stanton and I are like brother and sister, and we tease each other all the time, and we always have practical jokes against each other. But the irony, so yes, he did that, and then Brad Bird talked me into keeping it into Finding Nemo, because I was like, and then Brad Bird's like, come on, it's awesome. So, but the funny irony is that I love animals a lot, and I'm constantly, you know, I have so many pets, and I'm constantly looking for animals and looking at animals. So
She's
it's
not
ironic.
a fish killer.
I'm not a fish killer. But Darla in the movie, she just really loves fish. She loves
Are you
them.
sure?
She loves them too much.
She loves them too much.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
again.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.